introduce yourself, tell us your name and your channel.
Hello everyone, my name is Emodi Kebodimebi and I'm vying for the position of Vice President Administration, JCIN UNIBEN.
Hello everybody, my name is Peklia Chidima Ikin and I am vying for the office of the Vice President Administration, JCIN University of Benin.
So the first question, how have you been able to manage the fine line between being a leader and a student?
Well, thank you so much for that question. I will really say clearly defining your goals. You clearly outline the things you want to achieve as a student. And for me, there is no difference between being a student and a leader. I've been able to intertwine the life in everything I do. I think a leader is excellent in everything he or she does. So being a student, just being excellent in everything I do. So that I've been able to manage everything.
Perfect.
Okay, so I'll say time management and prioritizing some things that I do. And when I'm talking about time management, I know that I'm supposed to be doing this at this time, I'm supposed to be doing that at this time. So I prioritize things that are most important in my life as a student and as a leader. Thank you.
So second question, tell us about your first major role as a JCIN. It doesn't have to be
Okay, my first major role as a JCIN member was when I was assistant team lead for my new members projects. Yes, that was the first role I did as a leader. Then that was it, right? Basically. Okay, thank you.
For me, my first major role as a JCIN UNIBEN member was getting appointed as the Deputy Director of Membership Growth and Retention. For me, that was a major role for me.
If you could hang out with anyone in the past or present, who would it be and why?
That would definitely be Abraham Lincoln. Why Abraham Lincoln? Abraham Lincoln was someone who had a very good communication skills and he could manage a team of rivals. Like his presidential cabinet were otherwise called a team of rivals. So it would be Abraham Lincoln for me because the way he was able to communicate effectively with them and lead them even if they were not supporting him at the initial stage, that was very, very beautiful, and that's what a leader is for me.
I would say Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala, because she has proven to thousands of women that no matter your gender, that you can actually get to top no matter anything that's disturbing you or bringing you down, and I believe that she's my inspiration.
My name is Ken Adenita, and I'm running for the position of the Vice President project.
My name is Fanny Omoyemi Itibu, and I'm vying for the position of Vice President project.
My name is Peter Jaffet, and I'm aspiring for the position of Vice President project.
My name is Emmanuel Chikwilika, and I am an aspirant for the position of Vice President project.
How long have you been a JCIN member and what are you most grateful for?
Okay, if I should be very, very specific, I've been a member of JCI for a year and 12 days. And I'm most grateful for the relationships I've made by being a member and the connections.
So I don't like to measure my year of being a JCI member by when I got inducted in the organization. I've been a JCI member at heart long before I got inducted on the 18th of November 2023. But officially, I'm a JCI member for 1 year. And the thing I'm grateful for is the people I got to meet through JCI and the experiences I got to meet.
Okay, I've been a member of JCI since 18th of November 2023. That makes it 1 year and 12 days. And so far, I think I'm grateful for the growth I've seen in myself, and secondly for the quality of persons I've met so far.
I'm in JCI for a year and 12 days. I've inducted November 18th, 2023. And I'm grateful to JCI for my personal growth and development, and also for the connections I've made in the time I've spent in this organization, persons I've gotten to meet, and the travel experience. I'm really grateful.
Beautiful. Second question, tell us about your first conference experience. Who did you connect with? How was the travel experience? Good, fun?
Okay, all of the gist. All right. My first travel experience in JCIN Uniben was the colleges conference that happened this year. I'm very, very sad I got to miss the Southern Conference. So I went for the colleges conference. And for me, it was a two-in-one thing because the colleges conference came alongside with the social enterprise academy. So we went earlier than persons who came for the colleges conference, and I got to connect with a lot of the colleges presidents from Kaduna rather, and I think one of the persons I really, really connected with was JCI Senator Precious Adil because he was one of the trainers for the Enterprise Academy.
My first JCI conference was a collegiate conference that happened at Ilorin. It was hosted by the University of Ilorin, and it happened in July. And building up to that moment of the conference was a whole lot of excitement because I want to experience JCI outside of Uniben, and that conference exposed me to that. The journey, the memories. Like I look back and I just smile. And the people I met, I got to connect with different JCI members all throughout the colleges universities in Nigeria. So it was really fun.
Alright, so my first conference experience was at the NatCon, National Convention, held this year at Abeokuta. And for me, it was the best thing ever that happened this year. So I got to see life in a different perspective. I got to see young people doing big things. And so far, I would say it's something that has spurred me, and it has given me the push I needed to do big things and to move outside my comfort zone. Thank you.
Okay, my first conference in JCIN was the Saturn conference in Europe in April. It was a really, really awesome experience because I got to win the what's called most punctual delegates. So it was an awesome time. I spent a lot of times with JCI members, with relationship with JCI Uniben members, and also from other schools, UNM, Unilorin, and the rest of them. And yeah, I met with, she's now the JCI president of UNM, the former. I got to connect with her, we had a conversation. Some other person also won the host, the most punctual delegate during the Saturn conference.
Third question. How have you been upholding the line of service to humanity best
Okay. I think the first thing, even before I got so immersed in JCI, was through the new members project. And we were giving SD2 zero hunger, and we were supposed to deliver this project, and I was like, okay, so how do we put this stuff together to make it innovative? And the first thing that came to my mind was, okay, we're talking about zero hunger. And from the videos I've been watching, we've just, been holding placards, just talking about zero hunger. How about we talk about a new initiative where we actually practicalize it? And I put together some resource persons from my team. We, made contributions and we gave people free food, and it was actually one of the best things that happened.
Service to humanity is the best work of life. Long before I got affiliated with JCI and got to know that particular line of faith, I have been an avid volunteer. My first volunteering experience was when I was 9 years old, and I volunteered for World Literacy Day. We went to a village in Ogun State, Owodoyewa to be specific, and we got to that village, spoke to students, children around, enlightened and sensitized them, taught certain people how to read. So that was one of my first entrance into the volunteering world, and consistently from that, I've volunteered in different projects in JCI, outside JCI, and it has been a wonderful experience. I've got to learn, grow, and build on my person.
One mantra I hold on to is, in service to others, you find yourself. So this has been a driving force for me right from the onset. And so far, being a member of JCI, while serving, I've discovered hidden potentials and I've had the opportunity to grow beyond limits.
The service to humanity just broke on mine. Even before I joined the local organization, service to humanity has been something to do. I don't even know what to do. In my association, when we have week, I'm this person that gives my all to wherever I am asked to go, wherever we have to do. So I was all in the exploration of past leadership. Sorry, about last week, I was all in into it. And also joining JCI. JCI has forced me to take up a lot of service to humanity opportunities. I learned to volunteer on conference events that give to the society, conference that groom persons, not just me, that impact other persons. So I feel that I'm part of someone's success, someone's growth process. So yes.
Final question. If you could hang out with anyone here in the past or the present, who would it be? Why?
Interesting. Okay, I think I would hang out with Abraham Lincoln. Yes, because we know him to be father of democracy, and recently I've been reading a book that spoke a lot about him, and even things that I did not know about. And one thing about him is that he does not really criticize people. One thing we are always forced to do is to criticize people, and when I actually got to read about him, I figured out that he's very good at managing people, and that's why I like that.
One person I would like to meet is Nelson Mandela. I read his book, Long Walk to Freedom. And his book, he showed the journey, the experience, the emotion, the thoughts of him in his over 20 years in prison. And I was intrigued because how could a person hold a vision for that long and not lose faith in it? So I want to speak and know more.
The person I would love to hang out with is Tony Elumelu. He's a very popular person, and one thing I love him for is his desire to, take action, his desire to make a move. So through him, I've come to discover that you do not have to be ready to take action. Start wherever you are. Start confused and start uncertain, or just start.
One person I would love to have on the organization will be JCIN UNIBEN, because he is somebody that added to my growth as a person, starting as a leader, reading a book on leadership. And it was a book I read. It was like, we are leaders in our own capacity. And so me being a leader, that was something I pushed as a culture of my class. I was like, I am not here to lead anybody, I'm here to lead people. I see my possibility as a leader. So it gave me this ideology that we all are leaders in capacity. And we just have to do and own these leadership skills. So I would love to have one in position with me.
Hi, please introduce yourself. Tell us your name and share.
Okay, hi, good morning. I'm Usato Amen Goodness, preferably called Usato, and I'm running for the office of the Executive Vice President.
I'm Taye Abiodun, best known as Transformational Taye, and I'm running for the position of the Executive Vice President.
First question, how long have you been a leader?
Okay, so I'm still new in the industry, so I would say it began 200 level. So basically, roughly a year. So yeah, a year.
Alright, for how long have I been a leader? By the grace of God, I've been a leader since childhood. As one who has deep interest in politics and activism, I saw myself holding leadership positions from primary school through secondary school and now in the University of Benin students community.
Second question, what would you describe as your lowest point in terms of personal development?
On my lowest point in terms of personal development, I can ascribe it to the fact that I'm the kind of person that actually dream large, I dream big, and at times whereby I dream so big and I could not achieve this dream, I feel bad to some point. So I feel that was one of my lowest points in terms of personal development. Thank you.
Okay, as for me, I would say my personal development is usually more tailored towards leadership. So one of the lowest points I encountered in personal development was overwhelming when I had a lot of things to do and I did not know how to go about it. That was the lowest point. I find myself crying. I'll be thinking, how do I do this? How do I go about it? So I feel like in terms of multitasking, yes, that was where I found it as the lowest point. Yes.
Third question: shy type or most outspoken? Which of them?
Which one are you?
All right. Very, very outspoken. I find myself, whenever I'm in a new environment, I find myself easily vibing with the environment. Like, I'm an extroverted extrovert.
So me too, I'm outspoken. I like talking to people, making friends. I'm a social type. So yes, I'm more of an outspoken person. Yes, so I'll be like, yes.
Last question: if you could hang out with anyone either in the past or the present, who would it be and why?
All right. World leader. Okay. All right. So if I'm to hang out with any of the world leaders, who would it be and why? I think Donald Trump should be on the list for now.
Wow.
So why do I say Donald Trump? Donald Trump has been through so many things, many controversy recently, lately. But I found out that each and every one of these issues did not get to wear him down. He's resilient and he's been able to outweigh those moments. So I think I need to hear from him how and what are his motivations.
Okay, like that was a nice answer. Mine would be Okonjo-Iweala. Like we know, she's the first African to be where she is now at I think the world level, and she's a female. I'm so happy because I would want to meet her because I would want to know how someone like that, a Nigerian and a female, scaled to where she is now. And I feel like she's very, very inspiring to young girls like me who want to be leaders at the world level, like to be seen. So if I was to meet anybody from the past and present, it would be Okonjo-Iweala. She's a very, very big inspiration to me. Yes.
I think I would like to meet her as well.
Yes, I think Donald Trump. I would like to meet Donald Trump as well. Yes.
Okay, I've been a leader even before I held any official title. My journey began with self-development, where I had to set personal goals for myself, I had to stay disciplined, and also inspire myself to achieve excellent goals. The foundation of self-discipline and self-development helps me to even inspire others to want to take the lead. My lowest point was from grappling the uncertainty of whether I was giving it my best shot. This period of self-doubt pushed me to seek for mentorship, to develop myself personally, and also lean on my team for support. It taught me that growth is a continuous learning process. I actually started off as a shy type. You often see me at the backstage, often hesitant to voice my opinions. But through my involvement with JCI, I became a more confident and articulate leader. While engaging with diverse teams and leading impactful initiatives, I was able to voice my opinion and also become a more effective communicator. And that's why I'm no more shy. I'm now a very, very outspoken person. I would love to spend time with Ibukun Awoshika. Our journey as a trailblazing entrepreneur and commitment to empowering women and also transformative leadership is something I really love to emulate. And also having to learn from our wealth of wisdom will give me an insight into what resilience, innovation and transformative leadership is all about, as these are qualities I really want to embody as a leader. She often says that leadership is not about titles or flowcharts. It's about a life inspiring another.
Leadership is influence. It is the ability to empower others to achieve their set goals. He who thinks he leads without no one following him is only taking a walk. Everything rises and falls on leadership. Best leadership experience was when I was the class prefect in JSS2. It was a very beautiful experience for me. I was not appointed because I was the best in class. I was appointed because I am an empathetic leader. My class teacher saw me as an empathetic leader. I see the need of others. I care for people, and that was why I was appointed as the class prefect. It was a very beautiful experience for me. I got a lot of commendation, And at the end of the term, I had people writing different notes for me. I was loved in my class. Thank you. I am me, Praise L. Festus. Well, I love tech. I'm a web designer. Anything tech, call me. I am an advocate of SDG 2, 4, and 8. I'm a founder of the Catalyze Foundation. This prompted me to start up a foundation, the Catalyze Foundation. It's a non-profit organization that fosters these goals. Some values that I hold on to is essence, integrity, love. Like, I love love. I love my people. I love everyone around me. And I'm a very simple person. And I love you. It will be Nelson Mandela. He fought for fairness and equality in South Africa when people were having challenges with their skin color. Even when he was jailed for 27 years, he tried to bring peace among everyone. Spending time with him will provide invaluable insight into leadership, the power of unity, and creating a lasting impact even in challenging times. Thank you.
Leadership to me is service. Leadership to me is giving out your time, your energy, and your resources to give somebody out there a reason to live and a reason to become better. So for my first ever leadership role, I can't really pinpoint one because for most of my time in secondary school, I serve as class prefect. But there's one unique one I would love to talk about, and that is in my GS3 when I was voted as the assistant head boy. That was very unique for me because I got to learn followership. I got to learn how to not always be first in command. I got to learn how to say yes, sir, even when I'm not happy with the decisions. And yes, it lasted for a while, and I got a lot of commendations. Some of the commendations were on the fact that I was able to resolve conflicts amicably, and also I never had a fight with anybody. In times where trouble was supposed to come up or where there was supposed to be a fight, I had this wisdom. I have this way of talking to people that just make them cool, that just make them calm, and I got a lot of commendations on that. I also got commendations on how punctual I can be and how diligent I was, and on the fact that I actually stand by my words and I say the truth most times. If people ask me, my white is my white and my black is my black, right? So then, aside JCI, who am I? Besides JCI, who am I? I'm many things. Firstly, I'm a medical student of the University of Benin Medical School. I'm also a public speaker and a certified trainer. I get invitations to speak at different events, both virtually and in person, that's physically. I'm also a business development consultant, and I've helped a lot of businesses to start and scale their businesses. I'm also an entrepreneur. I'm the CEO of Explicit Online Tutorials, Nigeria's best and biggest online tutorials for O-level students to run JAMB, CTNU, and nursing examination tutorials. Then I'm also the founder of the Group Professional Network, where I hold monthly sessions that educate young entrepreneurs and professionals on how to start and scale their ventures. Then, if I had the opportunity to hang out with a past or present world leader, I think that person would be Donald Trump, and that is because I like how bold he is. I like the fact that when he wants something, he goes for it. I like the fact that he stays very focused, even amidst criticisms, even amidst the fact that a lot of people do not like him or his ideologies. So if I had the opportunity, I would love to just stay with him and get to discuss with him on how on the things that are powering this aspect of his life. So that is it. Thank you so much.